Shared meanings about a brand often come from stories, and stories have authors. Doug Holt contends that there are 4 author groups who are creating these cultural conventions that surround a brand. Each are creating stories about the product from their own point of view. Some of the stories align in sending the same messages. Other stories are dissonant from one another. But they all have a part in shaping the perceptions about a brand. The marketer's work is to know what's being circulated as far as stories go, and craft stories that create cultural conventions that bring the impressions in line with the strategic purpose of the brand. Holt sees these 4 author groups as the firm. The firm owns the brand and works to shape the brand culture by all the activities that touch the customer and non-customers. Popular culture. This is the author group that we see at work in spoofs on comedy shows or cameo appearances in movies or newsspin or any other means. Popular culture is at work creating impressions about the brand. Popular culture also impacts the aesthetic styles that we use to depict the brand, its colors, the images that are used, and typefaces. And these change rapidly, providing a context that communicates something about the brand. For example, we see this happen when brand logos or associated pictures are updated in response to racial equity impressions. The customer. Now, their positive, neutral, or negative experiences with the brand are communicated to others, and even more so in the current use of online reviews to shape potential customer interest. Their public testimonies, positive and negative, shape the culture. And their sharing of satisfaction information, which the firm grabs, is also shaping the firm's actions going forward. And the 4th group, this group is the influencers. These are non-customers who share impressions regarding the brand. Trade organizations, your mother, your teenagers, a faith community, your neighbors, your friends. They share what they've heard or what impressions they have about the brand that either reinforce the brand's stories or diminish their impact. Let's go back to the example of Walmart and Target. Clearly, both firms have been hard at work, carefully crafting and shaping brand stories. Now think of the ways in which other authors influence the brand culture. Customers submit reviews or tell their family and friends about great purchases, great experiences, or not so great experiences and purchases. If you're a Walmart shopper, what have you shared? If you're a Target shopper, what have you shared? What do influencers have to say? For example, a simple Google search for either one of these brands will yield multiple blogs that influence the cultural conventions that surround both brands. A brand culture is the perceived conceptual frame that contains the collective perceptions through which the customers understand, value, and experience the product. This leads us to ask then an important question. To what extent can we expect customers to experience our products objectively? Much of the perceptual frame contains very subjectively created impressions, including the brand stories of the firm. This is why purely objective features or messages don't stick with customers. They are not searching for product and services for objective features only. They are seeking to meet subjective needs also and search for alternatives that fit those subjective needs. This explains why some people will never go to a Walmart, even to purchase Tide laundry detergent, which is objectively the same product that can be purchased anywhere. They will pass the Walmart store and drive farther to a Target or other retailer for Tide, because Walmart does not fit subjectively their needs. And this is why blind taste tests or any other blind product attribute tests are problematic. A prime example is the disaster that Coca-Cola executed in the mid-'80s. That was when they changed their flagship product, Coca-Cola, to align with a sweeter taste profile of Pepsi. In blind taste tests, the sweeter version was preferred over the product that was being sold at the time. However, Coke drinkers were so up in arms and defiant about the change that Coca-Cola went through a string of adjustments to try to market both the traditional version of Coke, calling it Coke Classic, or the new version of Coke, the sweeter version called New Coke. This didn't satisfy Coca-Cola users. And within 3 months, the company reversed its course, throwing away millions of dollars of investment in launching the new Coke and spending millions more to restore the original version. Coca-Cola learned the hard way that tastes better can never be a claim that's experienced solely by the palate. There is a perceptual frame for Coca-Cola that includes a less sweet taste than other colas. That is what Coke is in its competitive space. Add to that, the firm chose to manipulate a brand with deeply embedded cultural conventions that surround the brand. Americans took offense, the firm took note.